Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. In this video, I'm going to give you guys my best bets, my most confident picks on this card on Saturday, UFC 313. We're just a few days away from this card now. We Alex Perreira taking Magomed Ankalaev in the main one. In the co-main, we got Justin Gaethje taking on Rafael Fiziev. Rafael Fiziev taking this fight on short notice, by the way. So this should be fun, though. It's not 5 rounds. It's only 3 rounds this time, which is okay. I mean, at least we have a co-main event, which is not. I'm happy it's not canceled. And also, if you guys want to see my official bets, they're all free in the link down below in the description. Make sure you guys join Discord. We've been doing pretty well on other sports like NBA, even boxing the past few months, betting on boxing and NBA. Obviously, we have a really good Discord. It's like a community in there. So make sure you guys join Discord. It's free. There's no premium or anything like that on that. If you guys do want to support my channel, you can become a member on the channel. I go live for multiple times a week. I do live streams. I cover LFA, I cover PFO, and you get some live stream perks if you want to become a member. You can do that. And now let's give you let me give you guys my best bets for UFC 13. Make sure you guys like the video, subscribe. Appreciate you guys watching these videos, by the way. All right, guys, my lock of the week for UFC 313. Last week, I didn't really pick a lock of the week beforehand. We picked the lock of the week on the live stream, which was Mario Pinto by KO TKO. He's like minus 140 by KO TKO. The first round was really sweaty. I mean, he almost got knocked out early in the first round by Austin Lane. Then Austin Lane just remembered who he is, and he just left his chin wide open, and he got he got absolutely blasted by Mario Pinto. So I was happy to catch that lock of the week last week. And this week's lock of the week is going to be none other than Ignacio Bahamondes. I'm going to go with Ignacio Bahamondes. I've been picking Ignacio Bahamondes since he was a plus money all week. I've been thinking about locking Ignacio Bahamondes. I really like the momentum he's on right now. Obviously, he's fighting a dangerous guy in Jalen Turner. Turner has a lot of power early, and he's got dangerous submission skills also. But I feel like if he doesn't get Bahamondes out of there in the first round, man, I think Bahamondes is gonna be able to dig deeper. I think he's gonna take the second, third round at a high clip, and I think Bahamondes has a better cardio. And I feel like with the momentum that he has right now, I think he's gonna be prepared for this opportunity. This is a chance to make it to the top 15 rankings. He's been training with Bilal Muhammad, so I'm sure they're working on wrestling also. And we have seen people take down Jalen Turner pretty easy out there. I'm not saying he's gonna wrestle, but he could wrestle if he needs to, right? Like I think his striking is good enough. He's gonna be able to match Jalen Turner in the length and the height department. So I like Bahman this year. We'll see what happens this Saturday. Definitely a dangerous lock to be because they're both gonna strike. So we'll see what happens. But I like being on the Bahman side. All right, guys. Let's talk about best bets now for UFC 13. My first best bet on the card is gonna be Joshua Van minus 180. So the reason I like Joshua Van here, obviously he's got more experience in the UFC. He has over like 6 fights in the UFC now. He's only 23 years old. He's only like 1 year older than Ray. Ray is taking his fight on short notice, so I do like that. I think his cardio is gonna fade if he can't get takedowns or hold on or control Joshua Van early. I think Joshua Van has really good boxing. I mean, he's gonna be digging to the body. And I think his taking defense is solid enough. So I like Joshua Van minus 180. I feel like is not that bad. All right, guys, let's talk about the next best bet on the card. Is going to be the under 2.5 rounds in the Rufi fight. The reason I like the under 2.5, I already put this in a parlay, 2-leg parlay, but my violence parlay. I mean, the reason I like this under 2.5 rounds is because I think Rufi is gonna be the one finding the finish here. Well, you never know, man. It's MMA. You never know. They're fighting in 4 ounce gloves. Anything can happen in this game. We've seen some crazy stuff happen before. So I like the under 2.5 rounds. I think we're gonna see these guys strike, and I think Bobby Green's chin really isn't there anymore. He's been getting finished really early in the past few fights now, and he's getting up there. He's almost 40 years old. Rufi's in his prime right now. And these Fighting Nerds team, they've been covering their price. I mean, he's minus 450 on the money line, and they've been covering their price. They're out there finishing each and every one out there. I know Rufi couldn't finish James Lantop, but James Lantop is really tough. And if I don't think Bobby Green's taking the shots that Lantop was taking out there. He dropped him in the second now with the hook to the body and the overhand left, I think overhand right. And if he lands that same combination on Bobby Green, I don't think Bobby Green's surviving that combination. So I like the under 2.5 rounds minus 115. I put this in a parlay. All right, guys, let's talk about the next best bet on the card. Is going to be Magomed Ankalaev plus 5.5. I know what you guys are thinking. You guys are Hawkspear is gonna knock him out, right? I mean, could he knock him out? Maybe, right? Maybe if he catches him clean, he can maybe knock him out. I mean, Hawkspear has a lot of power, so I'm not disputing that. Obviously, there's a chance they're light heavyweights. Anything can happen in this game. But the reason I like the plus 5.5 is because this guy's more well rounded. I already bet his money line plus 100, but I should have maybe waited and took the plus 5.5 because if this goes longer. We've seen when fights go longer, Perra, like when he's not finishing people, the fights end up being pretty close, right? Like if he's not knocking out early, like he was losing 3 rounds to round three. If he doesn't finish him, it was gonna be like he would have lost the fight. Obviously, he has knockout power. He can carry the power later and knock people out later too. But I like the plus 5.5 on Ankalaev. I think he has a wrestling upside here. He can also strike. He's a really good counter striker. So plus 5.5 for him to just win 2 rounds out there. I think he's gonna win the fight overall. I'm picking him to win the fight. We'll see how that one ages. Maybe I'm gonna look stupid by after this week, end of this week. I mean, but yeah, I do like the Magomed Ankalaev plus 5.5. All he has to do is win 2 rounds, and I think he's gonna win the fight. So minus plus 5.5 for minus 150. I feel like it's really good for a guy like Magomed Ankalaev. And I've been parlaying this guy. I mean, on his the last probably like the last 10 fights, I've been parlaying him. I had him in parlay with Perreira on that pay-per-view card, and we cast that parlay. I really like Magomed Ankalaev. Money lines minus 110. You might as well take the plus 5.5 at this point. All right, guys, let's talk about the next best bet on the card. Is going to be Bruno Ferreira plus 3.5. So the reason Armin Petrosyan is favored to win here is obviously he's a more technical striker, right? But we've seen he doesn't really like go for it. I mean, he's willing to just sit back and out kickbox you from range. And haven't really seen the power regression from Petrosyan. I'm picking Bruno Ferreira money line to win. I'm picking him to win the fight overall. But I like the plus 2.5 on the spread on Bruno Ferreira. Because I think he's gonna win. Like, even if he doesn't win the fight, if this goes longer, I think his chances of winning are not gonna be that high. Because I think Petrosyan is gonna be able to out kickbox him, just hit the scorecards. But the reason I had to favor Bruno Ferreira, I think he's gonna be able to land some big shots. He's gonna be able to have some big moments out there, and he's only gonna need to win 1 round to cast this for us at minus 140. But you can probably take the money line, even minus plus 130. Money line is not that bad, but I feel like this is safer. Plus 2.5 for Ferreira. Petrosyan keeps it really close when he's out there fighting. I mean, he's not really running away with any fight out there, right? Even the fights that he's winning, he's really close, like 28-28 split decision with RoboCop. We all know what Bruno Ferreira did to RoboCop, right? He just absolutely nuked him in the first round. I think Ferreira's live for getting takedowns also, grappling him. He has a grappling upside. Has obviously the cardio is not really as good as Petrosyan, and he's not really that technical, but he makes up for it in the power and the grappling and the judo that he has. So I think he's gonna be able to win this fight. The plus 3.5 spread is actually the safer play, I feel like. All right, guys, let's move on. Next best bet on the card is gonna be the under 2.5 rounds in that Blades versus Cunha fight. So like I was picking Blades before, but then I changed my mind. I'm gonna go with Cunha now. I'm gonna see how the Waynes look tomorrow. If I feel like Cunha is not really in good shape, maybe then I'll flip to Blades again. But for now, like I'm leaning towards Kuniev. I think he can maybe land something in the clinch, maybe an elbow or something crazy like that, right? He's not really the fastest striker from range. Blades should be favored. He's like minus 350. Should he be minus 350? Probably nice to be like minus 250, I feel like. But I like the under 2.5 rounds. I think Kuniev doesn't finish him early. If he gasses, maybe Blades can finish him later. So under 2.5 rounds for these guys to finish each other. Honestly, for a heavyweight fight to go under 2.5 rounds is honestly not that bad at all. I like this under 2.5 rounds a lot. I think we're gonna see a finish here. All right, guys, let's move on to the next one. My last best bet on the card is gonna be. Oh, that is the last best bet on the card. Never mind. All right, so let's move on to the parlays now. These are the parlays we cooked last week. We should have gone 3-0 if Mike Beltran didn't stop the fight. We had the first parlay. We missed the first parlay by like 10 seconds or like 15 seconds. It was like I think it was like 15 seconds. Beltran stopped the fight way too early. But we still cast like 2 out of 3 parlays, and we were really close to going 3-0 on the parlays last week. If you guys want to see the recap, obviously you can go back and watch my last best bet video. And for this week, I have 3 parlays for you guys. Or 4 parlays for you guys. I got 4 parlays for you guys this week. We're gonna go with this is my C parlay that I cooked just now. I like the over 2.5 rounds in the Gutierrez versus John Castaneda fight. I think that's high likely to go over. Castaneda is really durable. He can take a beating. I don't think he's gonna give up to leg kicks from Gutierrez. And I think even Castaneda mixes in the takedowns. I don't think Gutierrez is gonna give up on himself. He's really tough. We've seen him go 5 rounds with Song Yadong. So I like the over 2.5 rounds. It's minus 300. I mean, it is kind of expensive, but I like the over 2.5 round there. And Rufi money line. I think Rufi's gonna win this fight. The fighting nerds have been absolutely on fire this year, and I think Rufi's gonna cover his money line. And the over 1.5 rounds in the Lemos versus Lucindo fight. I think that's gonna go over one. I think it's gonna go over 2.5 rounds, but I'm kind of worried about the over 2.5 rounds because Lemos does make mistake. Maybe he gets caught up in a submission, but I think it's gonna go over 2.5 rounds. But we're gonna take the under over 1.5 rounds for that one. Minus 110 for that safe parlay for UFC 313. This is a little risky one, but I like Santos, the Jordan Santos money line. I already bet him at minus 120 like over a week ago. The money line for him is like minus 200 now. So even still, minus 200 is not that bad, I feel like. Myron Santos and Joshua Van plus 206 for that leg parlay right there. Next parlay that I like is I already played this. I think I played this yesterday. Yeah, I did play this yesterday morning, and I posted it on Twitter. The under 2.5 rounds in the Leo versus Moreno fight. I think Leo's gonna go for a finisher. He knows what happens when you leave it to the judges. He left it to the judges against Renat Facadino. Facadino's very durable, and he's got wrestling. I don't think Moreno can wrestle like that. So I think it's gonna go under 2.5 rounds. I think Leo's gonna find a knockout at some point. And we're gonna parlay this with the under 2.5 rounds in Rufi versus Bobby Green fight. So I got this each one of these 2 leg parlays I got this each leg at like minus 115. For this 2 leg parlay, you're getting plus 211. I like this a lot. I put $75 on those to win like 1.5 units, I think it is. And the last parlay is the underdog parlay, my lock of the week, and Bruno Ferreira plus 289 for this 2 leg parlay. I like this, man. I really do like this. I think this is gonna cash. So plus 289 for that long shot parlay. I mean, it's not really that long shot, but I think this one can hit. It's only 2 legs. So plus 289 for that 2 leg. Guys, make sure you guys let me know if you guys agree, disagree with my best bets this week. Let me know what your best bets are in the comments down below. I would love to hear your guys' opinion on the best bets, who you guys are betting this week. And make sure you guys like the video. It helps out with the YouTube algorithm. And subscribe, man. I make content every week. I go live multiple times a week. And I'll see you guys in the next one, man. Thanks for watching, and good luck on all your bets. Hopefully you guys all cash. Hopefully we all cash on this card, and we have a really good card. It's a pay-per-view, so I'm really hyped for this pay-per-view. We're gonna see a lot of finishes, I feel like, on this card. And I cannot wait, man. I absolutely cannot wait for this card. See you guys in the next one. Take it easy. Later.